these. And it's basically applying what we did with interior and exterior angles of polygons, right? So this says find the measure of each interior angle. On number 2, how many sides do we have here? 6. Yes.
I was looking at number 1.
Okay. So you would do 6 minus 2 times 180 to get your total sum. That's what you would do here. What's 6 minus 2?
720. Oh, no.
Listen to what I ask you, son. Okay, and then 4 times 180 is? There we go. So you're going to add all of these up and set it equal to 720. So you're going to do 4x. I'm starting here, and I'm going to go clockwise. So 4x plus 7x plus 7x plus 4x plus 7x plus 7x equals 720.
Oh, wait. I was going to say, I thought I messed it all the way up.
Okay.
I took a different strategy instead. I just used the everyday paper that she gave us.
Yeah. Where we wrote it all down right here. I'm super proud of you. Take a point, both of you. Great job.
I did on my other sheet.
I was too lazy, to be honest, because I was like, I know we have to do the math with this paper, so.
Okay. Alright, so then combine all your like terms and what do you get? What is it? 36x. And then what do I do?
Divide it.
Divide it. So x equals?
20.
Now, does it ask us for x or the measure of each interior angle? Alright, so what's the measure of angle D? How would you find that now? 20 times 7, which is?
140.
And then can't you just write 140 for all of the 20 times 7s? Alright, and then how would you find F and I?
4 times 20, which is 8.
Really, was it that difficult that we couldn't do that?
Yeah, you wanted to show you how you like
I did mine.
Don't. We're across the room from each other.
You want me to come over there?
No, I don't. No.
Bro, you like in need of a hug?
No, I do not need a hug.
No, you know where it's from.
Stop it. Number 3. Does anybody have any questions on number 2 before we go on? Alright, number 3, what would we set those equal to?
360.
Why?
Because it has 4 sides.
Take a point. It's a quadrilateral. It's a quadrangle. It's the craziest thing I've ever heard. So you would add all those up and set it equal to 360. So you would do 2x plus 16 plus 2x plus 16 plus x plus 14 plus x plus 14 equals 360.
6x plus.
You get 6x plus 6 equals 360.
Right. 6x.
And then you subtract 60.
So you get 6x equals 300 and x equals
50.
dun, 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 dun. Did anybody besides Curtis get that right? For the x part. Great job, guys. Take a point for your team.
I have a question.
Yes.
Can a quadrangle be a real thing?
No.
Like, is that
Not
a
a
triangle?
quadrilateral.
Wait. I need to back it up for a second. Did you say that you couldn't find your paper? And weren't you the one that was just so excited about having a binder so that you could keep up with stuff?
No, I didn't say anything about losing the paper.
Are you
I
sure?
said, can you check it for completion because I got it wrong?
Okay. All right. I thought you said you couldn't find your paper.
Yeah, no, I'm on
You
my
fixed
stuff
it.
because I got it right. You know, I'm making.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Where's your paper?
I
wrote my stuff down. I just. Okay.
You almost couldn't find it. Why do you not have it out to check it with us and then correct it?
Because I'm trying to figure out what a quadrangle is, and my beautiful.
Okay. All right. So now that we have the x equals 50, what do we do with that to find the measure of the angles?
Plug it in.
You plug it in. Ainsley.
Oh, I know the answer. So,
All right. Tell me W.
W is 64.
All right. Tell me U.
64.
Tell me S.
16.
Tell me T. Good. Take a point. All right, on 5 and 6. Let me pause. Does anybody have any questions on 2 and 3? Are you sure? Okay, on 5 and 6, it asks us for the exterior. So what do we set exterior equal to every single time? 360, because the sum of any exterior polygon is 360. So you would do 6x plus 9x plus 2x plus 139 equals 360. Finish it without me. If you did your homework, then you get to rest. And then do the same thing for number 6. If you did your homework, you get to really rest. Curtis gets to spit his gum out. No.
And they good.
What?
They the cool.
They the colorful ones. They make colorful Cheerios?
Yeah, you can feed them. You can feed them.
It's Fruit Loops.
No, that's the.
No, that's the fruity
That's the
Cheerios.
church. That's the
That's
church.
serious.
That's
and
fruit-
that is
that's
fruit.
the
Alright, 5 and 6.
They good.
I don't even know what's happening
Never
anymore.
heard of fruity.
That's called Fruit Loops. 5 and 6.
Big fruity Cheerios.
Fruit Loops.
I will look it up and
That's like saying apple.
You will not get your phone out because it will be on my desk.
That's like saying apple jacks.
That,
Those
they
are
are.
two totally different.
Apple
things.
Jacks.
Apple Jacks are gross.
Apple
Yes.
Jacks are great.
Do you have your pass?
My favorite cereal is.
You were just in the restroom before you came in here. You said when you were late, I was in the bathroom.
I have to go again. I think I'm looking for the pass. Can I just go?
After you finish your problems. Shouldn't have told me you were in the bathroom and that's why you were late.
Yeah, that's why I never tell them where I'm late. I just be like, dang, I'm sorry.
Nobody's talking to you. Do 5 and 6.
You didn't know what fruity Cheerios were?
No one knows what those are. It's Fruit Loops.
Okay.
Fruity
You
Cheerios.
do know what they are?
I'm gonna start calling them fruity Cheerios now. I like that a lot.
They have them.
Our video for today is going to be very educational.
Oh, I forgot what it was.
Someone's gonna figure out what fruity Cheerios are.
I want to go
You know,
back
Fruit Loops
and
don't
watch
have
it.
any actual fruit in them.
Yes.
They taste just like fruit.
All of
They
all of
do
them
this.
are the same, too.
They taste like fruity pebbles with
You
it.
sound very different on recording stuff that.
Everyone does.
I didn't know that.
It's the distortion of your voice through technology.
I was like listening and I was like, who is this? I was like, was this really
Nick.
Sudbury?
It tastes like tricks.
I don't know how to do number 6.
The same way. The same way.
Oh, wait, that's connecting.
Yes. Tell me.
But tricks is fuck.
And then you subtract 139?
Apple Jacks are garbage.
Yeah. You gotta subtract it right here because it's, all of this is equal to 360, right? So then you subtract 139 from both sides. It's in the very front of your notebook. Like the second page.
Bruh, see, Carl.
Yeah, they say hall pass.
John Seats and Carl. You gotta make yourself do that. I got correct. My first one was James
James Harden?
Jeff Hardy.
I said James Harden first. Jeff Hardy left his phone. That sounded so good.
Okay, baby. Did you do 360 minus 139 right here?
What was I supposed to do up there?
Right here? You add those.
Add all of them in 139.
No, you can't combine those with 139 because they're not like terms. You can only combine the ones that have X's.
That's fine. That's facts.
You have to plug it back in and get the angles.
I did that.
Okay. Are you sure?
Oh, I didn't do the top.
Okay. What?
Dying.
Where did 2x plus 88 come from? Oh, 2x plus 88 plus x plus 2 plus x plus 2 plus 52. This is 42. All right, what'd y'all get for x on number 5?
13.
Oh, 13. My bad.
Okay.
Oh, that's number 6.
Did you get that?
Oh, I'm dumb. I don't know what I did.
You said it.
Okay. You set it up like this, right? And then you do 6x plus 9x plus 2x. That gives you 17x, right? Plus 139 equals 360. Then you subtract 139 from both sides. Yep, because it's plus, so you have to subtract it, and then you divide by 17. Are we done with that problem, or do we need to plug it back in? Alright, what'd you get for this angle?
78.
What'd you get for this angle?
117.
And what about right here?
26.
Alright, finish number 6, and then we move it on. You've got 1 minute, yes.
What did you say? That we had.
What, darling?
When did you say that we had?
What? Last night?
It's like I don't remember you saying that.
Last night was homework here.
When did I say we had homework last night? At the end of the class period yesterday, we talked about how we needed to watch the video, and the video told us to do these problems.
I didn't have anything to watch the video on.
Okay. We have a computer lab here, though. We have several that you can go to in the mornings. Or come in here and watch it. What are you talking about?
Probably use raspberry.
Raspberry. I figured out what quadrant it is.
Okay, so yesterday, are we done with number 6?
No.
30 seconds, let's go. Hustle, hustle.
I just solved the impossible. You know, it's a house. I can call my house a quadrant.
That's a pentagon.
It's a quadrant.
It could be 2.
God, you're crazy.
We can try lateral. I understand this kind of knowledge isn't on your level, Miss Asbury, but you could, like, at least pretend to understand for a second, and that'll make me happy. I mean, I deal with these sometimes.
That's what I do every day.
That's why y'all's grades are the way they are.
My grade is straight. My grade is straight.
First off, we're in A grade in this class, so technically, all of us right now got straight A's in this class. So, technically. So, right about now, we kind of
Technically speaking.
Right.
Yeah.
No.
First off,
No grade does not equal 100.
Yes,
That's
it
not
does.
how it works.
Zero either,
Yes,
though.
it does.
It's just not available.
It's an N dash N.
Alright, so yesterday we talked about parallelograms, right?
Right.
Alright, tell me one of the properties of the angles.
That's 4. That's 4.
Opposite ground.
Opposite angles are congruent. Good, take a point. What is a property of the sides besides Justin?
If there is no right angle,
I said of the sides, and y'all both said something that had nothing to do with sides.
it's a pair of opposite sides are congruent.
Opposite sides are parallel. Good, take a point. Somebody from Hufflepuff, tell me something about the diagonals. You have notes in front of you. I can't hear you. Two congruent triangles. Good. Take a point. Somebody from Durmstrang, tell me something else about the sides. We said the opposite sides are parallel, so tell me something else. Opposite sides are congruent. Good. Take a point. Cole, take your earbuds out. Act like you know me. Bobattens, tell me something about the angles. We said the opposite angles are congruent. Tell me something else about the angles.
If there's one right angle, they are all
Good. Take a point. Gryffindor, tell me the other thing about the diagonals. You're the Gryffindor. What'd you say? The congruent triangles.
It's diagonal bisect each other.
Good. Take a point. Ravenclaw, tell me something else about the angles. That's y'all.
Yes, it's consecutive angles are supplementary.
And what does that mean?
That they equal 180.
Fantastic. So today we're going to apply this, and we're going to work with our partners at our table, unless we're groups of 5, and then we're going to have to shifts a little bit. And we're going to practice this and apply it. I'm going to pass out the worksheet. Are you ready? You know what to do. Are we ready? The directions say, each quadrilateral below is a parallelogram. Partner A solves the problem on the left while partner B solves the problem on the right. Check answers after each question. If they match, move on. If not, trade papers to check your partner's work and identify any mistakes. Does everybody understand? So at your table, pick who's going to do the left and pick who's going to do the right. Your partner is the person next to you, not across from you. No. So 2 of you do the left or right, and the other person, it'll be 2 and 1.
What if we have 5?
Hey, Parker, how you doing?
Right, so 2 of you will do A, 3 of you will do B. Or 3 of you will do A, and 2 of you will do B. What? Look at me problem
I
solving.
thought you were just going to say one of us get it.
We not moving. Does anybody have any questions? Okay. Now, do not move on. Check with your group and your partner before you move on from each problem. We want to make sure these are completely right. Everybody stop. Look at your paper. Look at the top. What do we know about opposite sides of parallelograms? So what would you do with those 2?
Set them equal to each other.
And then what would you do with these 2? Because we're using our notes and we're reading what it says and we're not just adding stuff up because it sounds like fun. It's the whole thing. So that's a great problem because you have to make sure you read it. It tells you QT and the whole thing. So the whole thing is 17x minus 43. But then how many of these make up the whole thing? 2. So you're going to do 2 times 4x plus 10.
You got to multiply by 2 on the whole length across. 20 on the halfway. In the middle.
Did you add them together and set it equal to 180? Because they're not opposite, so they're not congruent. They're consecutive. We're not doing it. We don't have time.
Do you want us to just turn this up?
Are you done with the front and back?
Oh, is it back? Oh, I didn't know that.
I did the same thing.
I was just chilling.
Right.
What curve? So what you
Strike
get?
17.
Because like when
When you plug it back.
Because when you plug it back in, you get 29 times 2. Because it's 2 sides. And then you get the
We're going to subtract 20.